Let's check out some more questions. Okay, what does AM stand for on radios? Another easy one.
It's something modulation.
Yes.
Anti-modulation.
No.
What is the A? I can't remember.
Amplitude.
Amplitude.
Yeah.
That's should have known.
Which metal is liquid at room temperature? Dead easy.
Mercury.
Yeah.
Probably more than that.
Hang on. What is the only even prime number?
2.
Yes, I suppose yes. Absolutely. Everything else is divisible by 2. Yes, okay. How many bits in a byte?
128.
No.
1,000.
No.
1,000,000.
8.
Oh.
Do you want to know something cool about words around computers?
No.
4 bits.
You're going to tell me anyway.
Is a nibble.
Is it? 4 bits is a nibble.
Yeah.
How many
8 bits is a byte.
How many nibble makes a nobble?
Don't know. Is it a dark chocolate nobble or a milk chocolate nobble?
You're getting confused. There was a very famous question asked in my family: how many mickle makes a muckle? Have you ever heard this expression?
Morris Micklewhite.
No.
You're only supposed to blow the bloody doors off. What was the name for a 1 followed by 100 noughts? Google. Lovely. How's it spelled?
G-O-G-U-L.
No.
Google. Isn't it?
Google.
Google.
Yeah.
G-U-G-O-L.
G-O-O-G-O-L. Google.
I think we're both wrong there.
No, I'm right.
Okay.
I'm not sure on that one.
Well,
I'm stressing.
Here we go. Right, we're moving back to music now. Who composed Happy Birthday to You?
Now,
Was it 2 sisters?
I think it was.
Was it the Pointer Sisters?
It wasn't the Pointer Sisters. No.
Was it Sister Sledge?
No.
Was it the Scissor Sisters?
Was it the Ronettes?
No, it's been around for like 150 years.
No, not that long. 1926.
Well, the Ronettes weren't
1930.
going then.
You'd be surprised. Clayton Summey. There you go, not 2 sisters.
He is another person who's gifted that to the world without making any money out of it.
I'm not sure that's entirely true.
Well,
Copyright.
it's definitely out of copyright now, but even when it was in copyright, did he make any money out of it?
Probably, yeah. It might not have become popular until after he died.
Well, how are you collecting money off people who sing it when it's someone's birthday?
You don't. But there must have been, copyright would have been paid when radio stations played it when there was a song.
Well, there's no recording, is there? Is there a
No.
recording of it?
I don't know.
Is there an original recording from Clayton McPartland or whatever
It
his
doesn't
name
say
was?
that there. So let's keep on going. More
All right.
questions.
All right, we've gone down a blind alley there.
Yes, definitely. I'm your guide back to the main road.
Okay. Which musical features the song 16 going on 17?
Oh, that's a good. I don't.
Sound of music.
Right. You should know that.
I am 16 going on 17.
Good to know.
Yeah, no, I do know that.
Yeah, I think I vaguely recall this, but I'm glad you know that. Bit obscure. Okay, so what was the process of volcanization applied?
Rubber.
Right, and why is it called volcanization?
Because of Vulcan, the god of the volcanoes and fire, and blacksmithery, if that's the word.
Right.
Yeah, because you have to apply
Good.
heat to the rubber to make it set or whatever. Yeah. Why is a rubber called a rubber? Or why is rubber called rubber?
Is it again from rubbish and robots?
No,
different
they're
robots.
different actually. Funnily enough, yes, that's funny that we've talked about it. So, rubber is called rubber. So, rubber that you make tires out of and all the rest of it originally started because the Romans, who used to use bits of bread to rub out their pencils, discovered that this stuff that they found on a tree was more effective than bread was. And so they used it. And then, so the word rubber literally comes from rubbing it on paper to get rid of the errors that you'd made.
Okay, so they could eat the bread.
They could eat the bread and rub out their mistakes as well. I suppose
So
you could eat the.
Were the Romans, what were their pencils made from?
Would they have been made from real lead as opposed to
So what would their pencils have been called? Because I'm
lead
pretty
pencil.
sure
Plum.
Jeremy Pencil had not at that point invented
Mr. Pencil? What is the Latin for pencil?
Well, the Latin for lead is
Plum. Plumbus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So therefore, the Latin for pencil must be
A plumbus covered in xylo.
well, xylo would be Greek.
Yeah, well, they got the wood from Greece.
Yeah. That's a terrible hard time. I wonder the Romans
was-
ever do for us.
What was it? Do you know the answer? Or you just
No, I have no idea. Leading you up a blind alley.
Well, a pen was a stylus, I think, wasn't it? Stylus.
Probably, yeah. What does Mohs scale measure of? M-O-H.
What is MOH? A scale of? What does
Yeah.
it measure?
Yeah.
MO. It's not frequency.
No, that's Hertz.
Is it
Name Mr. Hertz?
Mr. Hertz? Yeah. The chap who lent you the car when you're on holiday.
Yeah. Invented car rentals.
Yes. I don't know. I'm going to have to give up on that.
Hardness.
Is that right?
Yeah. It's a measure of hardness.
I never knew that.
Yeah.
So, like, you can dig your fingernail into the
Yeah,
tabletop and
exactly.
slide it.
Yeah. So that is less hard than the thing at the top of the scale, which is
Well,
the harder substance.
diamonds.
Yeah,
Or is it something
absolutely.
now? Is it something synthetic that's harder than diamonds now?
Yeah, so they're getting down there, but effectively 10 is diamond hard.
What's the softest?
Is
Water.
talc.
Talc.
Yes.
You've made that up.
No, I have not.
Talc, not
Yeah.
gypsum.
What was the name of the first plastic ever developed? And I tell you what, bonus question: what does plastic mean?
Was it not Draylon? What's that stuff called? Bakelite.
Yeah.
And what does plastic mean?
Yeah. And what is the opposite of plastic?
Elastic.
Yes,
So plastic means harder. So elastic means stretchy, and plastic means hard.
pretty much. Yeah.
Well,
Um,
anyone would think we've prepped these questions.
No, we just know loads of useless information.
I should write a pub quiz.
You should, yeah. What is commonest metal on Earth?
Iron?
Yeah, planet's made of it.
I would think so. In the
Yeah,
middle.
about 90-something% on
Yes.
it. Yeah. What's the most common the next most common, what's the most common element on Earth?
Nitrogen?
Uh,
Oh, well, iron isn't element.
Yeah, apart from iron.
Nitrogen. No, it's probably not actually, is it? Because it's
The-
is it hydrogen if you count the water part of it?
No. I think it's actually oxygen, which is mostly
In the
attached
water?
to the iron. No, it's not. Oh, it's on the Earth. Yeah.
Oh, it's
very common.
rust.
Yeah, effectively. Yeah.
Oh.
I believe it's oxygen.
What would happen if we derustified all the iron? Would that oxygen pass into our atmosphere and make us all giddy?
That's a good question. It would kill us. Yeah. Pure oxygen will kill you.
Oh. Good way to go, though.
Why? You suffocate.
Was it Jeremy Clarkson? Did he go on a plane, military plane, have I invented this? That he went up in a military plane and they either deliberately or by accident gave him too much oxygen and he started getting all giddy and he didn't realise.
Yeah, you could either. Low oxygen would be hypoxia.
Yeah.
So that is very dangerous. And
Too much, probably.
I think it's
Would
more
make
likely
sense.
to have not enough oxygen. It's crazy. Right.
Makes you quite euphoric having too much oxygen.
So there's a lack of oxygen. Hypoxia. Very dangerous.
Mm.
So if you look at altitude sickness,
Yeah.
hypoxia, and probably hypothermia as well. The tail end of altitude sickness is they get very hot.
Oh, really?
And they take off all their clothes because they think they're hot,
But they can't.
but they can't. Yeah, so the body is effectively at that point shutting down in a catastrophic way, and the body is desperate to get rid of carbon monoxide
Yeah.
and get
Oxygen.
oxygen into the blood.
And does this only happen on planes at altitude, or does this happen?
Happens in mountains all the time.
So when they find dead bodies on Mount Everest, for example, they're
Yeah.
quite often unclothed.
On occasion, yeah. Yeah, but yeah, it'd be the last thing somebody does before they die
Mm.
would be if they've got altitude sickness. If they're dying from oxygen deprivation, and specifically altitude sickness, which is slightly different from pure hypoxia.
Mm. Bit of a Captain Oates moment. Although he was just cold, wasn't he, and hungry.
Well, yeah, that's the myth behind that is that
Don't tell me you never wrote the note. Did he not write the note?
well, he said he was doing a brave thing, but actually the whole thing was really badly managed.
Oh, I know,
The
yeah.
whole expedition.
Yeah, but did he write the note? I'm going outside and maybe sometime.
I have no idea.
Is that what he's supposed to have written?
Yes, I maybe sometime, yeah.
Maybe sometime.
But what's that going to do? It's just dying for the sake of dying.
No, I think he thought he
wants
was
to be-
saving rations for the
Yeah.
others.
But he just wants to be remembered. Oh, what is measured in farads? Farad after
Faraday?
Michael Faraday.
Something to do with electricity then?
Something to do with electricity, yeah.
Not resistance, because that's ohms,
Mhm.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Something to do with shielding electricity?
No.
Faraday. No, go on.
Although that is a Faraday cage.
Yeah, that's where I'm going with that.
yeah, so no, farad is not the same as shielding electricity.
So, well, go on, what was it?
So it would be capacitance.
That's crazy that was discovered by Mr. Faraday when his name's almost the same as the unit that it was measured in, isn't it?
It's a remarkable coincidence.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I think the same thing
Not
happened
like-
with Newton.
I think it's the same thing happened with Jeremy Pencil. Yeah, one thing he invented in his life was the pencil. And he realized that the Latin actually combines is like, it's a pencil. You're no kidding. That's the same as my surname. That's remarkable. Talking of coincidences, going back to what I was talking about, the Pedestrian Safety Act, I was looking at did some research into finding grant funding to support the development and promotion of it. And go on one of these government websites that supports small businesses and innovators. And there's literally the latest blog post is somebody working on safety for the pedestrian crossings.
Really?
They'd invented a bit of hardware that is specifically to alert drivers about pedestrians at crossings. And not only that, so it's complementary to the thing I've done, not
Yeah.
Not only that, he lives in the same town as I live in, 400 meters from my house.
No way.
Yeah. So we're going to meet up and have coffee and see if we can take over the world together.
Yeah. No, I should think so.
Oh, what is an anechoic chamber?
Is it where it's got lots of egg cups on the inside, so you can't?
Yeah, pretty much. No echoes.
Yeah.
Like Antarctic, no polar bears.
And ducks quacks don't echo, do they? Folks?
Exactly. Yeah.
It's not true, is it?
No, not absolutely.
That can't be true, can it?
Who invented the British jet engine?
See, if I was doing a pub quiz now, I would have failed. But it is Frank.
Yeah.
Frank.
Short for Francis, but we'll give it to him.
Whittle.
Yes. Very well done.
Thank you.
Except pub quizzes. See, I don't even need to look up the answers. I just know this stuff.
You're doing all the sciencey stuff. See, when I do all the history stuff, I know them, and you.
Okay, okay. Oh, right. Chuck some questions at me. We've got about 5 minutes. History.
These are history.
Yeah, gentle.
Okay.
Chuck some questions at me.
All right. In which city did the Indian Mutiny start?
Indian Mutiny.
Ooh.
Oh dear. Now the cities, they had different names.
Well, they didn't. We gave them different names.
True.
We weren't very good at saying it.
I'm going to say Bangalore. But I'm going to chuck in some.
Bangalore. Is Bangalore not the modern name for Bengal? Bangladesh.
Bangladesh is a modern invention, though. It was India.
Right. We're going to have to look.
You'll have to look up. So, hang on. This is your topic, right? Can I give you some
Indian history?
Can I give you some useless information? It's not useless.
Yeah. Well, I'm not
talking about reenactments,
as we were in the last episode.
As we were a while back, rockets, which were developed by the British Army at Woolwich Arsenal in London.
Yeah.
Because they had been captured by the British Army in India after the Indian Rebellion. There was a local warlord called Tipu Sultan, who used rockets against the British. British had never seen them before. Absolutely terrifying.
They weren't a British invention.
No, absolutely not. Chinese invented rockets initially. They invented gunpowder.
Yeah.
The Indians then adopted that technology because India and China are very close to each other geographically. And then the British were attacked by rockets in after the Indian Rebellion in about 1750-ish, I think. Vaguely. And then that technology was brought back, and it was further developed in London by a artillery officer whose name eludes me, not Shrapnel, who was there at the time.
Not Ernest Rocket.
No, not Ernest Rocket. I can't remember his name. I've remembered. His name was William Congreve. And during the Napoleonic Wars, there was a subgroup within the Royal Horse Artillery called the Rocket Troop. So RHA Rocket Troop. And they were also referred to as Congreve's Rockets.
Is that where the name came from?
What name?
Rockets.
No, I think that's just another word. It's just a word. So, but they were developed by a man called William Congreve, who was
is that
an artillery sergeant.
Is that an example of a type of munitions or armaments that wasn't invented by the British?
What do you think we did invent?
Machine gun, Gatling gun, tanks, hand grenades.
Don't think we invented the hand grenade. Oh, actually, no, we did the Lewis grenade. Yeah, Lewis bomb.
I think tanks were invented by the British, weren't they? The French may have invented them as a device for getting out of battle, like a protective place for going backwards.
Let's look it up. Come on, let's not go there.
Why not?
Right, more questions quickly.
What do you mean quickly?
Because we've only got about 2 minutes left.
Okay. Who preceded Harold Wilson as Prime Minister?
Who preceded? I know who came afterwards. Who preceded Harold Wilson? Macmillan.
No, actually, no. It was Sir Alec Douglas Hume.
Right. Okay.
Who was the first president of the United States?
Washington. I've been to his house. I've been in the room where he died, which was his death. And interesting, slightly dark fact about Washington. So, what was that war about?
Which war? Independence.
Yeah. Well, even the later war, it was combined.
What, the Civil War?
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure what you're driving at. Obviously, the War of Independence was to escape from British tyranny, as they still see it now.
Yes. How wonderful was Washington? How wonderful was he? Was he anti-slaves or pro-slaves?
Oh, he would have been pro-slaves. If you're talking about...
He had slaves.
Yeah, I'm sure he did.
Yeah.
So you're talking about the Civil War later on, are you?
Well, he was gone by then. Okay, so more fun facts about Washington.
Yeah.
When the War of Independence ended, they asked him to be king.
They wanted a king.
They wanted a king. Well, they wanted specifically him to be a king.
Yeah.
And before he was an officer in the Continental Army, he was an officer in the British Army.
Well, they would have been British, effectively, wouldn't they?
Mhm.
Would they have spoken with an English accent?
They would have spoken with a peculiar accent, hadn't they?
Well, because some of them were Welsh.
Some of them were, well, they were from all over the place. I think Washington was born there.
There were a lot of French were there at the time. Oh, yeah. Well, it's been lovely to see you again, Alex.
Has it though?
It's
been too hot.
It's been hot again.
Yeah.
What's that? Remember in May it was hot, and then we had a couple of weeks where it wasn't, and then these last 4 weeks, what did we get to? It's like 45 yesterday, wasn't it?
How many of these
Done
have
that
you actually
before.
known? You haven't been able to. This is your topic, so
Which French port belonged to England from 1347 until 1558?
I'm going to hazard a guess at probably. You're talking about small port or a big port?
I think I know it, because at one point we talked about this, didn't we? Henry VIII had England, but he also had a very tiny, weeny bit of France.
So I'm going to hazard a guess at either Dieppe or Cherbourg.
Calais.
Calais. Okay.
Yeah.
Dover, I suppose. Quite.
All right. How long was the 100 Years' War?
This is a trick question. I know this is a trick question. The 100 Years' War was, now I can't remember which way it is. It's either something like 78 years or 140 odd years, but it's not 100 years.
No, you're right. It's not 100 years.
But we've been at war with the French on and off for 1,000 years.
Well, 2000 probably. Since the
So how long was a 100 Years' War?
116 years,
116, yeah.
according to
More than
this.
100. Okay.
What, another?
Yeah, keep going.
Which age occurred between the Stone and the Iron Age?
Bronze.
I think that's right. Were there only 3 ages, like before BC? Because what are we in now? We're in the technology age.
We are in the Anthropocene era.
No, I didn't ask that. It was Bronze Age, by the way.
Right. So
I asked what age we're in.
yes, Anthropocene.
As in,
Sorry, or is it Anthropocene? I think it's Anthropocene.
is that not like Jurassic and all that?
Yeah,
Up
so
to different ages.
what that means is that we are in an era whereby, right, so the ages you just described,
Yeah.
Bronze Age, Iron Age. So if you look, that's just how humans run.
But then there's Jurassic.
When you talk about Jurassic, you're talking about geological record.
Yeah.
Right. So we have now, and it started in 1945. We're in the Anthropocene era.
Oh,
and
what does that mean?
The difference is, the definition of that is that we have changed the geological makeup of the planet as a result of our activities, and it's measurable to a specific moment in time.
Really?
Yes. What was that moment in time in 1945?
Oh, the atomic bomb.
The atomic bomb. Absolutely. So in that moment, there is a global layer of measurable radiation that was deposited around the entire planet.
Is that right? And still there
since
now?
then- and yeah, still now, will be there for thousands of years. And since then, we have continued to make geological changes to our entire planet, and it is getting more and more significant.
What, by the extraction of minerals and stuff?
Well, not necessarily globally, that's a local impact, but things like changing the environment itself. So we're basically terraforming backwards. We're slowly screwing our planet.